This video is going to be about the overcome objections element that you find in some YouTube ads. You're going to discover how you can use it and why this element can work so well. My name is Kyle Sullerud. I'm the founder of AdLeg, a marketing company that specializes in YouTube ads. My team and I have identified 12 elements that can go into the structure of YouTube ads, especially YouTube ads for information products. Check the description of this video for links to the other YouTube ad element videos I've already released, and be sure to subscribe so you can watch the remaining element videos as I publish them. Today, I'm going to be showing you some examples of the YouTube ad element that I call overcome objections. This is nothing new in marketing. This is where you're stating people's common objections either directly or implicitly, and then you are overcoming them. You are acknowledging doubts, and then you are disproving them. This element is typically followed by the make a promise element or the provide benefits element. I've already published videos about those elements, and again, you can check the description of this video for links to those videos. Overcoming objections is effective in any type of marketing, not just YouTube ads, because doubts are what prevent people from taking action. And people are going to have doubts whether you address them or not. Overcoming objections in your ads shows customers that you understand them. It helps to remove those roadblocks so they are more likely to take action. Hopefully the examples I'm about to show you give you some really good ideas of how you could overcome objections in your own ads. I don't necessarily support or endorse the advertisers I'm about to show you. I'm just using these ads because they make good examples for today's video. Let's take a look at the first one.
Sounds too easy, right? That's why I shot the video. Mainly for proof, but more importantly, you'll see I'm an honest guy. These are the top 5 questions we always get asked, so I might as well be as transparent as I can be right now. 1. Why a valid email? I have to get you the video, and from time to time you might witness results of some of our students that we get excited to share. 2. Students? We do have a paid program, but you can apply what you learn in the video.
And that goes on for a while. I won't play the whole thing, but you can see they are directly stating what people's objections are. They're referring to them as questions, and then they're providing answers. They're getting rid of people's reasons for why they might not want to sign up for the free training. Even a small reason like, why do I need to give my email, is directly addressed in the ad. Let's take a look at another example.
You can make a living working on your passions by utilizing YouTube. I know that may sound hard, and I get it. It's scary to start something new. You probably don't even know where to start. I was there when I first started as well, so I understand the feeling of uncertainty. That's why my friend Jesse and I created a step-by-step program.
He overcomes 3 objections there all at once. It sounds hard, it's scary, you don't know where to start, and he does it by telling his own story. He's saying that he's been there before, he's been able to overcome that, and now he's put together a training that will help you do the exact same thing. Here is another example of the overcome objections element.
You yourself might be skeptical at the moment. Maybe you've been hearing about self-driving cars for years, but haven't seen any proof that it's going to happen. But I know through my sources that dozens of companies are working non-stop on all aspects of getting these cars to mass market. I've ridden in several of them over the past few years, and I know how safe they are. Here's exactly what I think is going to happen.
In that ad, he's addressing a blanket example. You may be skeptical. Of course, there are several different reasons someone might be skeptical. He doesn't need to list them all if he simply says, you may be skeptical. And then he goes on to overcome that objection by talking about things he's heard from his sources. He talks about his personal experience riding in self-driving cars, and it actually goes on and on for a while. He spends a lot of time overcoming the objection of someone possibly being skeptical about the self-driving car market. Let's take a look at another example.
You might be wondering, hey Cal, this all sounds good, but is it going to work for me? Well, the truth is, I don't know, because only you can decide that. But it probably can't hurt to take a peek, right?
The common objection there, of course, was, is it going to work for me? And he does a great job addressing that, not by saying, yes, this is going to work for you, But he actually says, I don't know if it's going to work for you. Only you can decide that. But it can't hurt to take a peek, right? That's a really good way to overcome an objection like that if you don't want to promise people a specific result and you really want to point out that it is going to be in their hands whether they're going to take action and get results or not. And I have one more example for today's video to illustrate the overcome objections element.
People see videos like this and they say, oh, that's not real, that's for somebody else. Don't listen. Don't listen. Be an optimist. Like Conrad Hilton, the man who started Hilton Hotel, he said that when he was 15 years old, he read a book by Helen Keller. And that book changed his life. Books can change your life. And in that book, Helen Keller said, optimism.
There's a lot to break down in what I just showed you. First, he's not saying that you are questioning what he's saying. He's saying that other people question this stuff and you shouldn't be like them. So he's overcoming that objection, not by calling you out specifically, but by calling out the general populace and trying to get you on his side rather than on their side. And then he pulls an inception move, not just by telling you about what Helen Keller said about being an optimist, but he tells you about what Conrad Hilton read about what Helen Keller said about being an optimist. So he actually gets a couple name drops in there in the same exact story about the same thing, while getting you on his side of being an optimist rather than on the other people's side of being a cynic. The general objection there is, that's not for me, that's for somebody else. Now, he doesn't directly address that objection. He's saying, if you have that objection, you're in poor company. If you don't have that objection, or if you can ignore that objection for the time being, now you're in good company. You're in the company of Conrad Hilton and Helen Keller and other optimists. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, you may be thinking, oh, that's just not for me. I don't like to subscribe to channels that provide endless amounts of helpful information. I just don't want to subscribe to this guy's channel right now. It's okay. I've been there. I used to think the same way. Then I subscribed to my channel, and now look at me. Because of that, because I subscribed to this channel, I am now an expert at YouTube ads. And if you subscribe, you can be too. Or if you don't want to become an expert and you just want my company to run your YouTube ads for you, that's okay as well. Check the link in the description to learn more about AdLeg's YouTube ads management services. There'll be an application for you to fill out so my team can take a look and see if it's something we can help with. Thanks for watching today's video. Again, my name is Kyle Sullerud, and I'll see you in the next video.